Hello, and welcome to GSA Monday. This week, we'll be talking about how you can become an ally of the LGBTQ community. Many think that to become a supporter of something, you need to dive deep and become very involved in it, but this really is quite untrue. All you need to become a supporter is a voice. Think of it this way. Have you ever seen someone being bullied and gone to a teacher and told them about it? Well, then that means that you're a supporter of the non-bullying movement. Are you actively marching in a protest? No. But what you are doing is providing support for those types of things to happen, and becoming an ally is exactly like that. If you want to become an ally, all you have to do is stand up for what's right. I mean, we've all made jokes like,
"I'm gay."
But if you see someone using derogatory terms or harming a member of the LGBTQ community verbally or physically, you should get a teacher, or if you're too afraid, just talk to the one being harassed afterward. The goal of being an ally isn't to turn the freaking frogs gay, but it's to stand up for what's right and teach everyone that love is love. If any of this has caught your interest, or you want to do more to help members of the LGBTQ community, there are thousands of events, nonprofits, organizations that you can become involved in. Start a gay-straight alliance in your school or donate to a charity. Anything helps when it goes to a good cause. To help you get started, we've also linked some great organizations that you can support in the description down below. So just click on the links and then you can donate however much you want to help out members of the LGBTQ community. In terms of recent LGBTQ news, we have 3 stories today. Firstly, the Trump administration has launched a global campaign to stop the outlawing of homosexuality. This sudden decree supposedly came from the hanging of a gay man in Iran, which caused the administration to realize how unfairly treated the LGBTQ community is in other countries. Trump does contradict himself a little with this, as he often vocalizes his support for Saudi Arabia and Russia, but we'll give him a pass for now. Our second story brings us to Kentucky, where a choir teacher named Nicholas Briner was fired for coming out as bisexual on Instagram. Briner says that he mainly came out because he overheard one of his students saying that she was going to end her life due to fear of coming out. Now, the school is coming under fire for their questionable decision of firing a staff member simply due to their sexuality. Our last story is about a tennis player by the name of Martina Navratilova, who, after making a claim that transgender women in sports were cheating, was dropped from an LGBTQ nonprofit that she had long been a part of. The organization in question, Athlete Ally, claims that the comments Navratilova made were unacceptable and have decided to sever ties with her until further notice. Finally, we have a few questions submitted to us anonymously through a Google form. If you would like your questions answered, make sure to click on the first link in the description and submit your own questions for a chance for them to be answered in next week's episode. Our first questioner asks, "What if I want to come out, but I'm afraid to because my parents won't accept me?" The best answer that we here can give is that you really need to read your situation. If you have fear that your parents will kick you out or physically harm you, then you should probably wait to come out until you're of legal age to leave the house and are financially stable enough to support yourself. Of course, every situation is different. So if you're still unsure about whether or not your parents will accept you, talk to your guidance counselor or your local GSA. Our second questioner asks, why are there so many different views on non-binary people and gender in general? Well, the main reason that so many people have different views are because everybody has opinions on what evidence actually proves the whole 72 genders idea, non-binary people, trans people. There's only so much evidence that we've found so far, and not all of it is reliable, so it's very difficult to determine what is real and what is not. In the end, just do as much research as you can and come up with your own opinion, but make sure to respect others. Our last questioner asks, why are GSAs so important to the LGBTQ community? The reason GSAs are so very important are because it allows members of the LGBTQ community to come together and empower themselves in a community that might not be so accepting. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning in, and until next week, GSA Monday is done for today.